is Monday. It's the 21st of September, 2K15, and this is Wayne Goldsboro Television. Hello, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And hello, Kate.
And hello, Wayne.
And hello, Kate.
And hello.
How you doing?
I'm very
How's your
well.
weekend?
It was wonderful.
Great, great.
A lot going on in downtown Goldsboro and throughout Wayne County, and it was a great weekend.
You know, they're getting closer to finishing up the dig and the thing out on Center Street.
And the scapes and the stuff and the people and the things.
That's it. The streets and the scapes. Yeah. Getting ready to finish all that up there pretty soon.
Yes.
And they're right on schedule.
That's right. That's right. The timing of it's going to be pretty amazing leading into, because it will be done in November.
Yeah.
But the first week in December, what do we celebrate the first Saturday in December?
Well,
the Christmas parade.
That's right, the Christmas parade.
So,
wow.
You know, I mentioned to Wayne before we went on air that the Christmas parade's right around the corner, and he got a little cross-eyed, and I stay a little cross-eyed, and I'm like, I don't know how this happened already.
I mean,
but
this is still April, right?
Right,
May?
right. Where are
Maybe
we?
June or
Who
something.
are we?
I don't know.
But
Who's president?
Streetscape's coming along beautifully. They'll be done in November.
Yeah.
And we will ease on into December, and that first Saturday have a beautiful Christmas parade.
Very exciting. Christmas parade on our brand new Center Street.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, this past weekend at the Union Station.
Yes.
There was a big event down there.
Yes.
They had dinner.
Yes.
Right? We want to talk about that?
Sure.
Okay, talk about it.
Sure. Well, you know, this past weekend was the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation's annual dinner.
Right.
I believe they had a record crowd.
Mm-hmm.
The weather cooperated.
Nice.
All the elements were great. There was a lot of great people in our community that were recognized for their service and commitment to downtown, and
wonderful.
It was a special evening.
And then the following morning, at about 11 o'clock, I think, over next door at the new transfer center, GWTA Transfer Center, they had the ribbon cutting and ceremony there. Big event. Frank Fontana, all excited and everything, and he and his staff ready to occupy. In fact, they've been in the building now for a couple of weeks, I guess.
That's right.
But wow, that is major. I just love that.
It is. So it was a great turnout for that, which is great for people to come and see what all the fuss has been about and the buzz has been around, and so it was very good.
Excellent. All right, it's the 21st. Let's see what's special about today. Today is miniature golf day.
Oh.
Do you miniature golf?
Well, I don't golf at all, but if I were to golf, I would choose that over big golf.
Yes. Yes. Today is also Business Women's Day. There you are.
Quite appropriate.
Congratulations.
All you ladies in business.
There you go. And there you go. Also, let's see now, having a birthday today, Bill Murray, funny guy.
He's a very funny guy.
Saturday Night Live and Groundhog Day, the movie, and all that. Nancy Travis, I don't know if you know who that is.
I do not.
She's Bill Murray, by the way, 65 today. Nancy Travis is an actress. She's been around a long time. She's done a lot of stuff. She was on Becker for a while. She was in the movie Married to the Mob. She was in the movie I Married an Axe Murderer. She's now in Last Man Standing. She's done a lot of things.
She makes poor decisions, it sounds like.
They're just titles.
Wow.
Just titles. No, but she's very funny. Very funny actress. Rob Morrow is the guy. You ever watch the TV show Numbers?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind. The guy on
This
Numbers.
is not going well, is
Rob Morrow, having a birthday. He's the guy that plays Don, the lead character. He's 53 today. Ricky Lake is 47 today. Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton on Fresh Prince. Carlton.
Shall we?
Yeah.
How old is he today? Let's age us.
Carlton today is 44 today.
Wow.
Didn't he do a thing on Dancing with the Stars?
He did, didn't he win? I think he won
he did
last
quite well
season
with it.
or season before.
Yeah, real, and very talented actor.
Yeah.
Some people actually thought he was the character Carlton, but he's nothing like that. You know, he raced the midget carts, go-karts and things. Yeah, he was.
I did not know that.
He did, and very good at it. Actor Luke Wilson is also 44 today. He and Alfonso born the same day. Luke Wilson of Old School, Legally Blonde, and all that. Nicole Richie. Okay, that's Lionel's little baby girl. Lionel Richie's daughter, Nicole, is 34 today. And there you go. Those are the birthdays for today. Whee!
Big day.
Big day.
Big day.
All right. So what else is going on here? I said, I do want to mention this. Coming up this Friday, Crime Stoppers is going to have a fundraiser, singing and comedy night, a fundraiser, gospel sing and comedy night, and this will be taking place at the bridge on Whitley Church Road. Now, The doors will open at 6:30. The show is at 7. And this is, well, two things here. Number one, they're trying to raise money for Crime Stoppers because that is all donations. It operates all on donations. They get no money from anywhere else. They get no federal, no state, no local money. It's all by donations. And Crime Stoppers does a wonderful job for us here in Wayne County.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. And it's at 6:30 at Whitley Church Road at the bridge. Some of the entertainment will be Casey Sutton. She is fantastic.
Wildly talented. And her father is Rick Sutton.
That's right.
Who is over Crime Stoppers.
That's right.
So that's just really
He's on the
neat.
board, I believe. He's
Yes, and I don't know if you've ever heard her sing, but she will make you cry.
Well,
she is brilliant.
She is brilliant.
She's brilliant.
And I have heard her sing. She's fantastic. And Freddie Pierce. I don't know if you know Freddie. I've known Freddie almost all my life. No, he's not that old. I've known Freddie a long time, 30-some years, and he's very funny. And he's been doing this a long time as well. But I hope you're able to go to this. It's free to get in, but they will ask for a love offering if you want to offer a love offering. Also at, well, there's more to that, but I'll tell you more about that a little later on. We need to get on to our program here.
Sure.
So we'll be back in a moment right after we do this.
Thanks for watching. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television, in the heart of Goldsboro, in the heart of Wayne County. Well, today we're at the brand new transfer center, a GWTA Transfer Center. How do you spell that? What does that mean?
It's Goldsboro Wayne Transportation Authority.
Oh, okay. That's exactly right. We're here with Fred Fontana. You are the director of this operation, and man, is this impressive.
Oh, we're just tickled to death to be over here. It's beautiful.
Today's the ribbon cutting. There's a lot of people who are going to be here, dignitaries from the state, from the county, from the city. Some of the county commissioners are here, and some of the city councils are here.
And don't forget the Federal Transit Administration in Atlanta, which they funded a good chunk of this building, so we need to give them kudos.
We certainly want to give them kudos, or anything else they need, right?
That's exactly
They need
right.
kudos,
That's
let's give them
exactly
to
right.
them, okay? All
Yes.
right. Well, Fred, how long did it take for this to actually come to fruition?
This has been in the works for at least 10 years and been under construction for a better part of a year, and it's just it's really come together and it's beautiful.
It is that. It's a beautiful facility, and it's operational now, is it not?
That's right. We've been running vans out of here for the past week, but the bus service starts on Monday, and just want to make sure everybody knows that the bus service is free Monday and Tuesday. Okay. They'll see some changes. We've changed the names. Don't go looking for Berkeley Mall route anymore. We've gone with colors.
Gone with colors.
Yes.
All right, and there are flyers that designate
you can go online to ridegwta.com to get all the schedules and route information. We have flyers. The colors are blue, green, red, yellow, and purple. Mm-hmm. But we also will have folks here, my staff, on Monday morning to assist all the passengers, give out information. We don't want anybody to get lost, and we'll make sure they get where they need to go.
I want to mention that when this airs on Channel 10, Channel 99 as well, that this will actually air. The first day will be Monday the 21st. So today and tomorrow the 22nd.
That's correct, yes, today and tomorrow.
Those are the only 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, that the fair will be.
That's right, and it's just for the bus service, not the van service.
Not the van service, just the bus service.
That's
but
correct.
wow, your buses cover everything.
That's right, the buses go throughout Goldsboro. There's really not very many places that we don't go.
And fares only, when you do pay a fare, it's only $1.
It's $1. If you are disabled or elderly, you could ride for 50 cents.
Half price, that's exactly right. And what are the hours that the buses run?
First bus leaves at 5:30 in the morning, and they run till 6:30 in the evening, Monday through Friday. On Saturday, they start at 6:30.
All right.
Excuse me. Saturday they start at 9:30.
9:30. You had your 9 upside down there. Watch
That's
it, buddy.
exactly right. That's exactly right.
We're getting ready for all this to begin and get underway here this morning. And Fred, I appreciate you talking to us. And again, congratulations on this beautiful facility.
Thank you, Wayne. And if anybody wants to contact me, there's a contact us button on the ridegwta.com, or they can call me at 919-736-1374.
All right, now that's ridegwta.com.
That's correct.
All right, Fred, thank you.
Thank you.
And we're here now with County Commission Chairman Wayne Aycock. Wayne, I know there's a lot of rhythm going on in the background, but we're going to talk about the GWTA transfer station now. How do you feel about this?
I think it's great. They're in a much better facility than they were in, and this enhances downtown Goldsboro also. This was part of the project, and they're working on the train station, using it in the future. But this is great. I mean, this is going to be a great for the Wayne County and the city of Goldsboro. We've got a decent facility. We've got a good director now that has really turned things around. And this is a win-win for Goldsboro and Wayne County.
It certainly is that, and I'm looking for many years of service out of this beautiful facility.
Well, with what's invested, it better last a long time.
That's right. Well, now, let's mention again, I do want to mention that the bulk of the money on this facility was through a grant.
Through a Tiger grant. Yes, we got some, I say we, the city actually did the legwork on it. Got a Tiger grant, and the bulk of it, that's where it come from.
All right, so what's next? What do we do after this is up and running?
Well, here or somewhere else?
Well, right here on this particular street,
well,
like over there.
Well, I think they're probably trying, in the process, maybe in a couple of years, seeing if they can get Amtrak to come through or a spur of some kind. Now, they're working on a high-speed rail from New York to Atlanta or somewhere that will go up through Charlotte. But if we could get a connector from here, not necessarily high speed, but Amtrak or something where we could connect on that somewhere, you got to look for the future. We hear a lot of negative remarks about this, but until you really get involved in it, it'll be good for the future. You know, people my age and all probably won't benefit from it a whole lot, but we got to think about our children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
Exactly right. You know, and the only reason I ask about that is because some people have asked me already, if we have this new facility here, why haven't we done anything with that? And
well, you can't spread the money but so thin.
Right, and besides, that came from a grant.
That come from a grant, and that was a priority because we really needed to upgrade the gateway facility and all. We really weren't doing our employees justice in the county and the city because that's a joint venture. But this is going to be good.
Excellent. GWTA Transfer Facility, Gateway Transfer Facility, and we're talking with Wayne Aycock, the chairman of the Wayne County Commissioners. Thank you, Wayne.
Thank you so much, Wayne.
What an exciting time for Goldsboro. There are numerous people, partnerships, and of course studies that led to the decision to relocate the Goldsboro Wayne Transportation Authority, or GWTA Bus Transfer Center, to this site. The vision for this site was to create a seamless, multimodal transportation center to provide improved mobility for our citizens both within and outside of the Goldsboro community. The City of Goldsboro was awarded a $10 million Tiger grant in September of 2013. Additional funding was provided by the city, FTA, and our state NCDOT, or Department of Transportation, which resulted in over $15 million worth of public investment in downtown since August of 2014. The GWTA Transfer Center is about $3.7 million of that total, and the site work for the entire property and the streetscape work in and around and along Walnut Street back to downtown are another $4.4 million. The balance of the work is being completed along Center Street. And for those familiar with this part of our community, the transformation over the past 12 months has been phenomenal. The completion of this part of the project is a significant step in the process to revitalize the area in and around our downtown. The building to my right, I guess to your left today, is a first-class transit facility of 4,800 square foot with a sizable waiting area, ticket window, and amenities. Anyone in the city of Goldsboro can board one of our GWTA buses and come to this transfer station, whether it is a daily commute or work to points beyond Goldsboro, they will have a safe, clean, comfortable, and modern place to wait if that is needed along their journey. As many of you know, you can purchase an Amtrak ticket from Goldsboro to anywhere the Amtrak travels. Amtrak's throughway bus service will pick you up at this location and take you to Amtrak Station in Wilson, where you will board the train. In the near future, we are working to have Greyhound bus service at this site available as well. Of course, our ultimate plan is to renovate Union Station behind you and have passenger rail service where the train passing from Wilmington to Raleigh does come and stop in Goldsboro. I mentioned partnerships in the beginning, and many are on the stage and you'll hear from them, and they have been great partners. But there are a few of those that I would like to mention and recognize as well. The Arts Council of Wayne County, and Julie mentioned this earlier, at least briefly, who solicited artists to create sound managing panels that could be displayed as public art within this facility. Local artist Eric Scheffler created the images with the African American Music Trail as his inspiration, a cultural heritage trail of which Wayne County is a part. You will see his artwork in the lobby, and while it looks very nice, again, it is also serving a dual role as sound dampening panels. The County of Wayne and GWTA Board. The urban side of our bus system needs a transfer center. The rural side, which is funded by the county, really doesn't. So they could have been somewhere else. But sharing administrative services and costs made good financial sense for the community. And I want to thank the county commissioners and the GWTA board for their willingness to locate all of GWTA at this location and pay rent to the city to help offset some of the local project costs. And finally, our third partner that I want to mention is Daniels & Daniels Construction, a company with a great reputation and locally owned. They have worked well with the city during the past year of construction. And while we have paid them for their time and effort, their approach to this job made it a very pleasant and easy one for us to manage. And so I do want to thank all of those. The Goldsboro City Councils, past and present, community, state leaders, city staff, and consultants have all been working on plans and visions for downtown for many years. We developed these plans primarily to spur economic development and increase quality of our life for our Goldsboro community. And so far it is working. Since the announcement of the Tiger 5 grant in 2013, we have 26 new businesses opening downtown, adding approximately 120 jobs. We've also had 22 new property acquisitions within our downtown, and between acquisition investment and rehab investments, those plans from these experiences, we have seen about $5.6 million in investment into our local community. And there is more planned that we will be announcing very soon. It is truly an exciting time for Goldsboro. I do want to personally thank our city staff. While a number of us are on stage and have participated a small part in these projects, our city staff is the group that has really moved it forward. Julie Metz, Randy Guthrie, Kay Scott, and our inspector, Keith Smith, have spent hours and hours and hours behind the scene. When we met with FTA in Atlanta in December of 2013, I think they thought they will never build this project in a year and a half. I think we have been a very pleasant surprise for FTA. No doubt for me, but certainly a surprise to the staff that didn't know us or our staff. Again, thank you again for celebrating this milestone with us today, and I hope you'll stick around and tour the facility once we're done with the presentations. With that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Alan Paul.
Thank you, Scott. Hello, Goldsboro. I bring greetings from Raleigh, from our Secretary of Transportation, Nick Tennyson, Deputy Secretary Keith Weatherly, and Rail Division Director Paul Worley. They send their warm regards and congratulations on the achievement of Phase 1 of what we are calling our multimodal station project here in Goldsboro. Goldsboro has had a very close tie to the railroad for over 175 years. In fact, it was 175 years ago in March of this year that the Wilmington and Raleigh Railroad at that time arrived at this location. And where they crossed the old Colonial Road between Raleigh and New Bern. The guy that was surveying that railroad happened to be named Goldsboro, and he decided to name that point on the railroad Goldsboro's Junction. And a few years later, it was shortened to Goldsboro. The Wilmington and Weldon Railroad came about because the folks in Raleigh wouldn't come up with the money to subscribe to the stock to get the railroad between Wilmington and Raleigh. So about halfway to Raleigh, they ran out of money, and the folks in Weldon said, "We'll give you the money if you'll come to our community." So the Wilmington and Weldon Railroad was born, and the surveyor, Major Goldsboro, turned his transit 85 degrees away from Raleigh and pointed it towards Weldon. And when they completed that railroad in March of 1840, it was the longest railroad in the world, 161 miles, and Goldsboro was the midway point. That created a boom in economic development for eastern North Carolina, principally taking products from the farmlands around this community to the deepwater port at Wilmington. The folks in Raleigh finally woke up and said, "Hey, man, we missed the train." So they chartered another railroad, which became the North Carolina Railroad Company, and they built a railroad from Charlotte through Greensboro, Raleigh, in a straight line from Raleigh to Goldsboro to join the fun down here. And 2 years after that, the directors of the North Carolina Railroad Company, not being pleased with the exchange rates they were getting for their traffic they were handing to the Wilmington and Weldon Railroad, one of the directors of that company named John Motley Moorhead said, "Well, shoot, I'll go find my own port." And so he built another railroad from Goldsboro through New Bern to a place called Shepherd Point, where he bought up all the property and built a 90-mile railroad from here down to there. The citizens in that community were so grateful they renamed the community Moorhead City. So from this point, you have always been an important hub of transportation for North Carolina. By the time the Civil War came, the Confederate Army and the Union armies all had this point on the map zeroed in as a very strategic location. And major battles were fought just a few blocks away from here, burning bridges to try to keep one or the other from using those railroads. After the Civil War, those railroads were quickly rebuilt, and once again Goldsboro became a leading economic driver in eastern North Carolina, and actually the whole state of North Carolina. By the 1880s, there was so much activity with the railroads coming through the middle of Goldsboro, your community leaders convinced the railroads that they needed to build a bypass. So actually there were railroad bypasses before there were highway bypasses. And that allowed the combination of the three railroad passenger services in one building for the first time. Prior to that, there were three separate train stations in Goldsboro, and if you came to Goldsboro on the North Carolina Railroad Company, you had to haul your bags or your luggage 3 blocks to get to the train going to Moorhead City. Same thing if you wanted to go to Wilmington. So once again, with the vision that your local leaders had back then, the Goldsboro Union Station Company was formed with the 3 railroads in 1907, and the building behind us was completed in 1909. At its peak, that building served 22 daily passenger trains. That was in the late teens and early 20s. Unfortunately, by 1968, people had abandoned passenger railroads and moved on to rubber tire vehicles, and the last train departed the depot in '68. Fortunately, 4 years later, the Perry family and Goldsboro Building Supply came along, bought the property, and repurposed it for their company. NCDOT, looking as to how we might restore passenger service to eastern North Carolina someday. You've heard the saying, the past is prologue. Well, we went back and looked at what our forefathers had done in this part of the state, and everything said, you got to come back to Goldsboro. You've got to build those rail connections again. So we have made investments in ownership of the rail corridor between Wallace and Castle Hayne on the old Wilmington and Weldon line. We've done multiple studies with local governments in the county to restore passenger service to this community someday. And we really see this building in the phase one of the bus transit center here as a hub for Eastern North Carolina, and not just going to Wilmington someday from the Piedmont area of North Carolina, but also on to Morehead City, because all the tracks converge at this location. So we want to again applaud this community for its vision. Your rail passenger task force, while we were investing millions of dollars west of Raleigh and all the way to Charlotte, improving passenger service there, kept telling us, don't forget us. And I don't know how many times I picked up the phone and it was Charlie calling to say, we need to be doing something in Goldsboro. And working with Julie and the mayor and your former city manager, Mr. Huffman, and then Scott, we came up with a wonderful plan in 2007. That plan gave the Department of Transportation the guidance to go ahead and purchase the building from the Perry family. And then in 2009, we transferred the deed for the building and the 6.3 acres to the city. We also helped fund and participated in a real good small area plan and a Goldsboro Union Station study, which basically came up with the vision for this multimodal campus. So I cannot tell you how are back in Raleigh at the Rail Division that you have gone out and found the money to build phase one, the public transportation portion. Now continuing that partnership with you all and with our service customer Amtrak, we want to see this building behind you restored in the not too distant future, and we hope to return trains here someday. So once again, congratulations on a job well done. Thank you.
Hard to follow Alan and his
Okay.
Everybody come up close to the ribbon.
Everyone take a half step forward.
Are you going to count?
Real close.
Can you guys take a step forward?
Good.
Real close. There you go.
Is that good?
Much better. Much.
Okay, do you want us to count? Yeah, ready?
Up
3, 2, 1.
Say it again.
3, 2, 1.
Now we're talking with Julie Metz from the Downtown Goldsboro Development Corporation office. And Julie, wow, what a great event.
I know, isn't it? We're so excited.
Tell me, what part did DGDC play in this? I know it was a major role. What did your office do?
Well, for the day, we set everything up.
I know, but let's go way back, okay? How did you get involved with this?
Well, I got involved in this probably my first year on the job in 1999 as part of the Railroad Task Force member. There was a group of us that lobbied for the rail station to be revived and passenger rail service to be expanded to Eastern North Carolina. Many leaders, David Quick, Judge Charles Gaylor, Sandy Corsham, John Peacock, and then there was a bunch of us, and we met every Friday, every week, for an hour or two to try to figure out how we could lobby and strategize ourselves.
Since 1999.
Since 1999. So it's been a long time coming.
Yes, it has.
And there's been many, many steps and many, many actions involved in the middle to get us to where we are.
Obviously, it paid off. It's a beautiful facility, and we're looking for great things to happen. I was talking with Judge Gaylor a few minutes ago, and he's all excited about this.
Yes.
He's very excited, and explained that this is the gateway to many folks who want to go anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
It all starts right here.
It all starts here. And what's interesting is the project started with a focus on Union Station, because this opened up passenger rail service to Eastern North Carolina, connecting Raleigh to Wilmington. But as luck or fate would have it, we acquired the building. We've spent nearly $2 million in acquiring the property, stabilizing it, doing all the environmental studies, historic finish analysis, and all these other kind of activities. But then we had funds available through the Federal Transit Administration to kind of look at this as a bigger project outside of passenger rail and Union Station and make it a multimodal transportation facility. So that's what inspired us to co-locate the Gateway Transfer Center, now GWTA, to the site, which, you know, the governments, the federal government, state government, they always favor consolidated systems. They provide seamless transportation for their clients. And so that's how this all unfolded. And now we're still fighting and hoping to get money for Union Station, and we're going to still work on making sure that that dream is realized as well.
I have a feeling it's going to happen, because when you get your teeth into something, you just don't let go, do you?
No, I don't.
You just go for it.
I do.
Well, I'm looking for great things for Union Station.
Well, thank you. We are too.
Very good. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate it.
Your source for what's happening in your community is Wayne Goldsboro Television. We're back on Wayne Goldsboro Television, and this is Monday. It is indeed. Let's see what we have. Monday. Can't trust that day. On September 30th, there is a safety fair going on at Wayne Community College. Wednesday, September 30th, at the Wayne Learning Center in the atrium there, wrapping up National Campus Safety Month and National Preparedness Month. At least 24 vendors and activities on hand there at Wayne Community College, and that again is on Wednesday, April 30th from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
What month, sir?
What did I say?
April?
Did I say? You're kidding. Did I say April?
With all due respect, sir, let's not confuse people.
That's okay. That's okay.
September.
That's okay. Yeah. September 30th. I just wanted to make sure you were listening.
That's why I'm here. Look, that's what I'm for. That's what I'm for.
Good job. She passed
you.
the test.
She was listening.
And let's see, what else have we here? What do you have? What is that over there?
Well, we've got this Thursday. Yes,
the 24th.
Is the 24th.
Right.
It's the first time that we've done this kind of event. It's called an Elected Officials Appreciation Barbecue.
Wow.
And we are very excited about doing this. So we do several legislative events throughout the year that are education-based. Get to know who your legislators are, whether they're in the candidacy race, or we're just trying to arm people in the business community. Be aware of the legislation that's out there. Communicate it with your legislators.
Right.
And so we wanted to find a way to thank not only our state representatives and our state senators, but also our local elected officials.
Oh, good.
We have many, many men and women in this community who are working day in and day out, who are making tough decisions, who want to hear from us in the community, and they do it tirelessly, and we want to say thank you. And so what better way to say thank you than to break bread? We're going to have barbecue and all the fixings. It's going to be Thursday night, and we're inviting the community to come out. But we need to know an RSVP number, and if you're a chamber member, it is just $15 to cover the food, all you can eat. And if you're not a chamber member, shame on you, but it's a $25 charge to come. But we're real excited. The presenting sponsor is the Goldsboro News-Argus, and we've got a lot of people right now signed up, and we want to see it grow some more. So Thursday night.
And where's this going to be?
It's going to be at it's called the Live Oak Farm. The Maxwell Farm. It is off of Ditch Bank Road.
Yes.
Just you
south
call
of
the chamber.
Just south, right off 111, I
there
believe,
you go.
in that area.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's right.
Sure.
That's right.
Sure.
So it'll be a great event.
Yes, it will be a great event. And number one, you should be a member of the chamber. And if you're not,
we can help you.
Yeah, you can be helped. But that's going to be a great event, and
Yes.
and somebody should say thank you to our elected officials.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because and most people don't realize these guys, these people, these folks, men and women, tirelessly. It's not when you just see them at the meetings. Some of these people work 24/7.
While juggling, other jobs
Everything
and
else
of
as
course
well.
family
Sure.
and the issues, whatever elected position you're in, they're not easy issues.
No.
They're not. I mean, there is no downtime.
No.
So we are so fortunate that we have representatives who genuinely care about where our community is right now, and they're very concerned about the future of it. And so come on out, and there's no program. Somebody said, well, how long are y'all going to get up there and talk? We're not talking. It is simply come out and let's say thank you and spend some time and fellowship with other community members.
A meet and greet and a handshake and a lot of fellowship there, and just
That's right.
networking.
That's right. Always an opportunity to
Always
network.
an opportunity, yeah. All right, so I guess we're out of time. That's going to do it for today. We do this every day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Then that show repeats at noon, and then again at 5:30 p.m. So I hope you're able to join us. We're on, in case you are out walking around and you don't have your TV with you, we're on Channel 10, Time Warner Cable. Well, it's possible. Time Warner Cable, maybe. And we're also on AT&T Uverse, Channel 99. So perhaps if your friend, next door neighbor or somebody is asking, where do I find these folks? Well, here we are. Tell them we're on Channel 10 and Channel 99. We thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow, right?
Great. Sounds great.
Sounds good to me as well. We'll be right here beginning at 7. And until tomorrow, for Wayne Goldsboro Television, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kate Daniels.
And have a great day.